So today I want to check out my 20-gallon coral frag aquarium that I have set up to basically hold all the corals I have that I don't have space for yet. Now, last week you saw me unbox a big package of Zoanthid corals, and today I want to check out how they are doing and see if all of them made it, because as you know, some of them were damaged, and today we're finding out if they're still alive or not. Well, as you can see from above already, there's a lot of color, and that means that a lot of them are doing okay, but not all, but more on that later. Now today I have changed the LEDs from the normal schedule and put them on 100% blue LEDs. Now this will make the colors look so much better if we use the Fritz Aquatics coral glasses, which basically is an orange filter for your phone or camera or your eyes. They are glasses, so you should put them on your head, but they also serve great as a camera lens. Now, it filters out all the blue light and only shows the other colors basically. Now let's check out this amazing frag tank. It measures 65 by 45 by 30 centimeters in height. It's set up with a dosing pump that doses calcium, magnesium and alkalinity. There's a heater in there, a flow pump to make sure there's enough flow and water circulation in there. An LED light from Ecotech, it's the XR15 G6 Pro, and let's see, what else do we have? Nothing, I think that's it. There's no sump, skimmer or filtration on this aquarium. It basically relies on beneficial bacteria that live in the sand and rocks to keep the water clean. And as you can see, the aquarium is pretty clean. Now I did do maintenance on it a few days ago. I cleaned some of the sand, did a water change, and of course I cleaned the glass, make sure there was no algae on there. But usually this tank stays pretty clean. It's a pretty balanced system if I say so myself. Now there are so many different corals in there. We have LPS corals, soft corals, SPS corals. There's basically everything you may wish for. So let's start off with the small frag rack. There are two Pactinias on there. A Space Invader Pactinia and another one, not sure what the nickname for it is. There's some Montipora on there, a Favia, Alveopora, and a beautiful chalice. Now what I really like about this chalice is that the mouths have different colors. They are orange, yellow, pinkish, and I really like it. It's growing super fast. I'll probably have to just destroy this frag rack because there's no way I will get this coral off of there without damaging it. So that's the only option really. Below that we have the Palitoa grandis. They look amazing. They are super poisonous. You probably shouldn't keep them in your aquarium because if they get damaged and it gets into your skin or your eyes, it can get pretty messed up. Next to it we have these Calustreas. I have 3 different types of them. One of them is a bit yellowish, greenish, and the other ones are more of a blue color. I believe one of them was sold to me as mint, and I think that's a perfect way to describe them. Now there is a big piece of rock in this aquarium. I have to keep it in there because it serves as a great sort of house for all the beneficial bacteria. Now on here I also have a few corals, a big leather coral, a smaller leather coral, I believe it's called Capnella, but I could be wrong. There is a small frag of pulsating Xenia. Fortunately though, this one isn't doing so well. In my other tank on the other hand, the 40-gallon, it became a big problem because it was doing so super well. It's a super easy coral to keep, and usually they end up taking over your entire rock. So I'm glad this one isn't doing too good. Now I don't want to throw it away. Of course I could do that and the problem would be solved, but it's a live animal, so I don't want to do that. We also have a big piece of Zoanthids on here. Now this is the boring variety in my opinion. I don't really like them. They're super fast growers and they can just wipe out the rest of the zoas if there's little space for them to grow. Then the piece behind it, I believe it's called a cactus coral. It's super big. I have a few smaller fragments of it around the tank as well. And there's something else on this rock. Let me know if you spot it. You see those pearly, shiny balls on the rock? It's bubble algae and it's something I need to get rid of. It's taking over the entire tank. There is some bubble algae on other pieces like this crafted Montipora. Now this piece is really incredible. A few weeks ago it was dying, it was bleached, it looked the same color as the sand basically, which for corals, bleaching corals are a sign that there is something wrong in the water and the coral is in stress or dying. Well, I put it in here, and as you can see, it recovered really well. Super happy with it. I need to get rid of the bubble algae on there, and as you can see, there is a very small part of red cyanobacteria on there. Now, this is really weird because it's nowhere else in the tank except for this piece over here. Usually it covers the entirety of the sand or even rocks, but here is just a small piece of Montipora. So I'll probably just get rid of it by using a turkey baster and just suck it out of there, and that will probably fix it. Now, we also have a few other Montipora frags in here. Some more red Montiporas, and of course a very nice green one. There's also a branching Montipora in there. I broke it off of a bigger piece in the 40 gallon when it was dying off, and looks like I saved a piece of it. And actually, while I'm looking at it now, I also see some cyano on there. So there are two places in this tank there is cyano, so I have to really be careful and make sure it doesn't spread to other parts, because that could be a problem. Now here you see the ugly invasive polytoas that, man, I really have to get rid of. And next to that there is one of my favorite pieces, and it looks like it's some of your favorite pieces as well, because a lot of people comment about it. It's a euphillia, and I actually got it on an Easter sale. I believe it was last year, but it could also be 2 years ago, and I bought it for like €3. But unfortunately, when it arrived here, it was showing skeleton all over, so I was really concerned it would die. But turns out, made a full recovery, and it looks amazing. I definitely want to place that back on a nice piece of rock in my new tank that we're building, the 3-meter shallow reef. Now we also have some Favia in here, a Duncan. I'm not sure what this one is called, I forgot the name, I keep forgetting it. We have some star polyps, very invasive, easy to keep, soft coral. We have one clam in here, the other one, I had them in my 40 gallon, it died. Just all of a sudden it started closing up, and a few days later it was dead. So that's very unfortunate, but this one seems to be doing well, so let's hope it stays that way. We also have some euphillias in here, a green one. It used to be the clownfish's home in the 40 gallon, but I had to take it out because it wasn't doing so well. We have a much more boring piece, I guess. It's a bit grayish or purple. And next to that there's, I think it's a holy grail if we look at it. There are also a few zoanthids just sitting in the egg crate. I need to put them on a frag plug and put them where they belong on the Zoa garden frag holder. Let's take a look at it actually. Now I can't be more happier with the way this is turning out. And trust me, once these are on a big piece of rock in the new 6 gallon build we're doing later this month, it's going to look so good. It already looks amazing, but man, I just can't wait. There are a lot of other zoanthids we need to add to this collection to make it look even better. But let's just take a look at the ones I have now and see how they're doing. We have some rainbow hornets, some salted argave. Not sure how to pronounce some of these names. They are pretty ridiculous if you ask me. We have fruit loops. We have some red hornets, I believe they're called. Blue lagoon zoanthids, seductions. Some vampire in drag zoanthids, electric Oompa Loompas. Now some of these really have ridiculous names, but you can keep them apart, I guess, so doesn't matter. Now as we move on to the back of the frag holder, you'll see some of them are closed up. Now these are the ones that are not doing so well, so I already took them out to make sure I can inspect them and see if something is bothering them or if it's just the coral not feeling too good. Like on the one in the middle, you can see there's a small glass anemone or aptasia on there that I need to get rid of. It's a pest and seems to be irritating the other corals, or I mean the other polyps around it. Now I'm not too sure why the other ones are closed up. I'm keeping a close eye on that. This one over here is called a white walker zoa, and I got it from the store in Portugal. And I really thought it would die, but it looks like some of the polyps opened up. Now 2 other frags I got from that store, the rainbow incinerators and Yodas, did not make it. They melted off and there's nothing left on the frag plugs. But on the website it said that they offer a few day basically stay alive guarantee. They didn't stay alive for a few days, so I wrote them a message. They read the message, but they didn't respond, so That's unfortunate. I'm not sure if I'll order there again. Most of the other zoas look great, but these didn't, and not too sure why I didn't get a response. So yeah, enough about these zoas. Let's move over to the mushroom corals, because these will also be featured in the new build. I have a nice collection of them so far. A uranium bounce mushroom, some normal common ones, the green mushrooms. I believe this one is called a hairy mushroom. Gets much bigger as the other ones. We have an interstellar mushroom hiding underneath it, and this very nice orange mushroom that I got from the 40-gallon reef tank. I took it out and placed it on here. And then we have a normal bounce mushroom, or an OG bounce mushroom. That's what it was sold as to me. We have some jawbreaker mushrooms and just some other normal common ones. Now, just like the zoas, there are a lot more to collect, so let me know in the comments which ones I should add next, and I'll see if I can get my hands on them. Thanks for watching!